They say they are investigating, and it's been months up till now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand the immediate release, the unconditional release of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never, ever accept it. It doesn't matter how they try to paint it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the world is silent, watching the atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Simon Ekpa is only asking for the freedom of his own people. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent lives that are being wasted away. Free Simon Ekpa. The Biafrans reject the global conspiracy against the Biafran people. At this moment, we use this media to demand the unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Simon Ekpa Joko, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long now. They say they are investigating, and it's been months up till now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand the immediate release, the unconditional release of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never, ever accept it. It doesn't matter how they try to paint it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the world is silent, watching the atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Simon Ekpa is only asking for the freedom of his own people. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent lives that are being wasted away. Free Simon Ekpa now.
Resistance, fighting not only against the Nigerian government, but against the world.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop.
Going to lower the flag of Nigeria and raise the flag of the United States of Biafra.
Na bose vive na kiti enui na tulaje bwana mabuli vemelem kuja atibe kuona tulane bovo timalugo no nugodo kokodo nyano be hule Dani moda tunilu na ya kalakala kwa lerinu mwangulu ngula matali woso jere futa mbaka njuba diali kama abulezi okwenu na bakala keluego nezi enwe n'ụbọchị akala keluego n'odezi maka na ababa n'ụwa aralu n'unuteyi Umu Biafra kunyenwe Umu Biafra kunyenwe Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe Ono nenu lila tono nanda gulugu seji tono nugu banatayi Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Magana njuko no 1 million we bofu wa mabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata milia kepa waja sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule bewelo tamano Umu Biafra kuyenwe Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Magalophobia Bakama Nala no go no way. Biafra na bekele ununina Nkabo nkani Wadati na itele wanyi bekele mi Akwage bulu kwekere na fando to Biafra is our hope. And the Biafra is our religion. God in a water cheers a moon or be born here. Where's the can argue? I don't know what you quote. Ikemba one of Biafra land the mountain. Adawuna kalaya dike. Ma fondi mojiri diebu baby de beat the mountain. Abuzi godo gweji mali bonini. Adagweji malo Biafra biya. Kadume go chuku. Papa gisi akana logi Philippe Efyong. Abaze kwa mwake kuloku wekusi okusi na Biafra yekunye. Na yabu Biafra ya tulugo enata. Onabulu na yabu Biafra ekunyigo. Noko guli mwatana kanane ele. Abagise akana logo nyendu manzina ndekano. Amadike Biafra kedebe ndike. Amadike Biafra bianulo.
For the simple reason she has no jurisdiction to crime. None whatsoever. I came out of
Pagibo foye tilindilo badamula unis.
Accused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to for personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them they convinced me. This is what happens. Nobody wants to do it. That's the problem. They sent her to my case. So
the Biafra government they know na exile cabinet bianulo numwe. Ano ekene unu jisinu ikene. Na tukuna ndana ya ba unu ube. Bakano ya sulobe ya toka imalugenu ei. Jisinu ike. Kanelo mondi Biafra liberation army umuchukwu. The angels of Biafra land the great oracles of Biafra na no. Anu wekene nunama. Na no jisi kenon. Natugo ya baunume. Umuchukwu. I say kana the Prime Minister H.E. Masi Simon Webber. Abuzi kwa batobio. Atwele li umu Biafra bianulo. Anonganga pio tembe wile nabe.
And then I just show you, you will not see.
Lili ukubia Kudu akomili na kwa nunu Mwana kwa mubia keneli Odagiri dimu Ose furu dilo bia nuloluwe Makwale na kosa de maranya Mweji mwagu kojilo sinodilo kasojilo yatiji sojilo wewalaso Muzikwe wabatobi Pagada gididi kebya nulolu Mweji wekwala niyo Kujine tukujele ndi Biafra na nunu Nuna beke nege Asimuna ya dele ndi Biafra ni nenama Asino ya dele ni nenama Mandaye na bono mweno Utela yiweli ene Mandaye na bono nudonu no mwe Makana mbona boke kwena abonike Aboya na no, aboya no No bivo ye, debeli nedere no Wama believe emeleme A good legacy will last forever Wama believe emeleme And the remembrance of my bless you
Each and every one of you, and as I do welcome you, as always, I will ask you to welcome those around you. I welcome you by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, because unlike any other, this very broadcast, simulcast on multiple platforms, this very day, morning, noon, or night, depending on where you are, is being relayed right across the face of this very planet Earth. A lot of people are watching, a lot of people are listening, and many of you will be blessed as a result of it. And as I do welcome you, please endeavor, or should I say, try to welcome other people as well. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the Indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, the director of radio Biafra and Biafra television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. Regardless of where you are, as I said earlier, we are welcoming you, and we are going to pray as it is customary for us to do here. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you, and before we proceed, we are going to pray. As it is usual with us here on this platform, we pray because we are nothing without the Almighty. We are going to offer praise and adoration to Him as always. And I will, of course, should I say, unfailingly pray in the language of heaven. Some may misunderstand, some of them may try to misconstrue, but one thing is certain right now, in the presence of the Almighty God, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai in heaven, the angels are singing, worshiping, and praising the Most High with the very oldest language on the face of this very earth, the Igbo language. And that's how I'm going to pray. Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ ime ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọ bụla ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọ bụla ya bụ ọka aka ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tuo oge ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịgị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọbịa nwere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ wee na-arịọ gị na-asị lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt kpetu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị niile anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtụ na-eji ama mgbe niile, n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị onwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nzọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwanyị akpụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasị siwe baa ha ọnụ ha wee daa hapụghị ikuni ọzọ obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala ọkwa n'iyi eze ebube dị ngọzi anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkwa ha nsọ gị na-asị na enweghị iche ọzọ egwezuga gị anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwee onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi mara ebi ka a na-ajọ gị ise. Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed unfailingly and very speedily to preach this very gospel that we have been mandated to preach this very day, because heaven and earth will bear us witness.
There are people who are incorruptible. Incorruptible, I said. There is nothing that moves them. I have come to this earth to do one thing and one thing alone, is to fight and get Biafra. I have not come to this world to be a millionaire, to own hotel, to own oil block, to be close to the president of Nigeria. That is not my job. My job is, what have you done to restore Biafra? When I die and meet Chukwu Abiyama, that's what they will ask me. Did you get Biafra? Not how many cars you had, how many hotels you built, how many convoys you can travel with. Irrelevant.
You see, the land of Biafra must be...
There is no money in the zoo. If you don't take your money, start to withdraw your money from the bank. Oh, I have been saying it. The country is collapsing economically. There is no money in the zoo. There is no money. We have been warning you. Take your money away from the banks in the zoo. The zoo is collapsing. But some of you won't listen now.
Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. That Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is. Always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it. And we are here today. Those they gave birth to, they have come. And this time with a wrath that you cannot even begin to imagine. And Biafra must come.
Before, Southern Sudan fought a war for 30 years. 30. Our own was only 3 years. Only our boss. 3 years only. Everybody ran away. Only 3 years. We don't want to build men that at the slightest sight of difficulty, they run away. We want to weed out all the chaffs. We need those that can sustain. Those who are relentless in the pursuit of our freedom until our freedom comes. No retreat and no surrender. How do you get them?
Buying and selling has put us into wait and take business in anything we want to do. Whatever that will take us time, we don't want it again.
Nobody wants
the problem for people.
You know your people, at the slightest sign of difficulty, because they are used to buying and selling, they will run away.
Somebody is telling me here, he doesn't want to even go back to that zoo safe or whatever.
I want to let the world understand what the so-called founding fathers of the Zoological Republic actually said about Nigeria. Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs. They do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. Nigerian unity is only a British invention. Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, 1948, a founding father of Nigeria. The second one, Nigeria is not a nation. It is a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigeria is a mere distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria and those who do not. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, 1947. Now, lastly, let me tell you what Nnamdi Azikiwe said in 1964 after the so-called independence of Nigeria. It is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace and not in pieces. Then, should the politicians fail to heed this warning, then I will venture the prediction that the experience of the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is Katanga, will be a chance play if ever it comes to our turn to play such a tragic role. These are the historical facts that nobody can deny. We have it in abundance. So, their three founding fathers have, none of them actually believed in one Nigeria. All their founding fathers. But tomorrow now, you see Guardian write the founding father. Our founding fathers will be disappointed. But your founding fathers never believed in one Nigeria. It is here now.
Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media. Forget whatever that the Nigeria terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. I am telling you the fact. The northern Nigeria know that the game is over. I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Akpabio knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, or maybe they are just skeptical, are the gullible one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigeria terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafrans, don't knowing that I actually lost the war already before even the war started.
The foundation for the liberation and independence of Biafra has been laid by this government, and it is very, very strong. We build this particular foundation of the liberation on solid rock. Are you not seeing it? We are not shaking. I am standing very, very strong, making sure that I'm taking the bullet that they are firing at Biafra people, because their target is you. They believe that once they take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of the way, they will come for all of you. That is exactly what is happening in other parts of Nigeria, because nobody is there to stand on the way for them. And they are annihilating people, killing them, sending them to IDP camp. I told them, you see this face, okay, deceive very well. To deceive you. The momentum of the Biafra liberation today have necessitated all the discussion you see. Everybody is talking. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why are they keeping him? Some of them claim that he was not fighting the way I'm fighting, but you kidnap him. Some of them are now addressing him as a gentleman, but you went and they kidnapped a gentleman. They say, oh, he's more reasonable. He's not, but you kidnap him. What were you thinking? All of them contributed money. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was speaking, it was their headache. They couldn't sleep every day. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he's destroying Alibo. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he's doing this, he's doing that. Today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer destroying Alibo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer causing problem. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no longer is the good man. Is the only man now that is very reasonable. And I have not even started. Because you see what Agaku Nigeria Igwe. Agaku Nigeria Igwe. And you know the next level is by taking all their terrorist barracks, taking all the government houses. That is the next level we will go, because it is part of the defense of our land. These places are places where the attack against our people are being planned. Most of you who claim you own businesses everywhere in Nigeria, for that reason, you want everybody to die. Nobody is above death. Death is going to visit everybody. Just have to pray that you live and make impact in this life. The impact that matters now, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is not the impact to make people millionaires. It is impact to make people to be alive. It is impact to make people to feel secure. It is impact to make people feel they are free. That is the biggest impact you can make. Millions are going to come. People will become millionaires when they are alive. Of what use is it? You make somebody millionaire today and tomorrow he died by gunshot.
from Fulani? Of what use will it be to the society? You pick up somebody and send him abroad and he come back to Nigeria and police will kill him. It is happening every day. Why do you want to continue to be part of a country like that? Why?
Only one under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out. So this moment is ordained to happen so that Biafrans will know who is who in this restoration process. So on that note, I welcome everyone to this fundraising. The finance department is going to in the area of any indictment or anything, because we know our prime minister didn't do anything wrong. He is doing exactly what we are doing. All the killings that the Southeast and South delegitimized governors are doing, that is what our prime minister Simon Ekpa was preventing. That is what Nnamdi Kanu was preventing. And the whole world have seen how Finland took away our prime minister. And within that period, hundreds of innocent Biafrans have been murdered by Christopher Musa and Tinubu using the reintegrated terrorists that are imported into the Nigeria territory. That is what is going on. And that is something that Biafrans have risen up and said, no more. So we are still waiting for Finland to accuse our prime minister of anything. They've held our prime minister going to almost 3 months now, 90 days. He did not commit any crime. But from what Finland has done, we have now discovered there is a history of what Finland is doing to suppress Christians, to suppress freedom of speech, and to destroy innocent Biafrans using the globalist agenda, which Finland is part of right now. That is
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on today's program, wherever you are joining. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this program. If you are joining me on YouTube, where I'm hosting the program, you're welcome. If you are joining me on TikTok, you're welcome. If you are joining on Facebook, you are equally welcome. Wherever you are connecting from, I appreciate you and I thank you for being part of the program. Please kindly like and share. If you are joining from TikTok, do help us to tap the screen. Tap on the screen and share so that others can be able to join us on this program. If you are joining on Facebook, kindly share the program and like. Those who are with me here on YouTube, where I'm hosting the program on David Herbert channel, please kindly share, like. Very, very important. You must click your like and share. Remember, the social media network is not helping us to promote our program nor send notification. But when you continue to share the program and click like the program, it will help others to be notified and they will join us on the program. Thank you for your understanding. I appreciate everyone that have been connecting to this program and have connected today to join us on this program that we're hosting on the David Herbert channel on YouTube. This platform is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the leadership of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come to this platform to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people or individuals. We don't come here for propaganda or blackmail. We do not come here to speak against any race or religion. What we do here is to speak up for freedom. Wherever you are on the planet Earth and you are genuinely seeking for freedom, you are welcome. This is a place for you. In this platform, we bring the plight of the Biafran people before the whole world. Biafra is a country that has existed for 3 good years from 1967 to 1970. Nigeria and its ally, the world powers, joined them to fight against Biafra for 3 good years. And they used starvation to eliminate the children of Biafra. More than 5 million people died in Biafra land, mostly children who lost their life out of starvation. That was a war crime. Genocide was committed in Biafra land, but up to this moment, the atrocity of the British in Biafra land with Nigeria and the other allies that joined them has never been brought to book. They have never paid for the atrocity committed, and they have never designated that atrocity as genocide because of the maneuver of the British, because of the propaganda of the British. They sponsored the genocide against the Biafrans, and more than 5 million people lost their life, mostly children. The record is there. There are evidence everywhere. If you don't know about it and you are just watching this program for the very first time, please go to your Google and search up the Biafran Civil War. Look up what transpired and how it went through. You will understand that there is a serious crime that has been committed in this planet Earth, but in the 21st century, it is still going on, and nobody is paying attention. No one has been held accountable. The international communities are very much aware of it. Maybe because it's been sponsored by the British, nobody wants to pay attention. They use their veto power to cover it up. But we will continue to speak. We will continue to speak our mind. We will continue to voice out. You never can tell. One day, a good Samaritan may hear our voice and the game will change. But while we are waiting for the good Samaritan, we will fight to redeem ourselves. We will fight to redeem ourselves. We cannot fold our hands and begin to wait for a Messiah. Only a stick will hear that it will be cut off and it will still remain in the same place. Only a tree will keep standing when he saw a saw to cut it down. But every other creature will run and fight back. That is exactly what the Biafran people are doing today. We are going to fight and save ourselves. We can't fold our hands until we are completely exterminated before we will fight back. That is why today Biafrans are speaking on various platforms. You can hear Biafrans crying out and shouting aloud, demanding for their freedom from the contraption called Nigeria. Nigeria was never meant to be a country, has never been a country. But the British decided to mob people together that has nothing in common, and they forced them to be a company for them, not even a country. And some idiots, out of their own greed, have continued to hold on to that company to destroy the indigenous lives. There has been a lot of insecurity. There has been a lot of economic meltdown. Everything that is backward, you can find in the contraption called Nigeria. But yet, some people are bent on keeping that status quo because it favors them. But the Biafrans have already walked out of that very contraption. The Biafrans have collectively come together through their self-referendum, and the declaration of the country was made. The declaration of Biafra was made on the 29th of November 2024. From then onwards, Biafra ceased to be part of Nigeria. Inasmuch as Nigerian government remain in Biafran territory and have refused to go, they continue to occupy the space. We have won and won and won, and 60 days we are giving to them and we are counting down. Do not blame us what happens after this countdown. Do not blame anybody. You know, you never take us serious. The government of Nigeria never take the Biafran serious. Each time we cry out, they never take us serious. We have protesters, we have read petition, we have called on them for self-referendum, they never listened. But today, we are taking a different dimension, and Biafra has been redeclared. Recognition is what we are pursuing today and trying to re-establish Biafra fully on the ground. And we will do everything humanly possible to see that that happens. It doesn't matter who is with them. It doesn't matter their propaganda and blackmail. It doesn't matter the attacks they might bring in time to come. We will continue to fight until Biafra land is completely liberated. Do not forget the ultimatum that was given to the Nigerian government to vacate Biafra land, remove all your military personnel in Biafran territory, all your politicians in Biafran territory, remove them and go back home with them. Biafra is now a sovereign state, and staying in Biafra land to serve Nigeria, you are there at your own risk. Whatever happens to you, you will be responsible for it. Wherever you are watching this program from. We have come once again to discuss with Biafrans and share views as we always do. And those that are watching, you are free to join me on stage and air your opinion. In this program, every time we come here, I place a link. It is a program where we share views with one another, regardless your own ideology, regardless your own orientation, regardless what you believe. Whatever be your own idea, you bring it on and discuss with us. And if you have a question, you feel free to ask the question. We will respond to you. And meanwhile, in this platform, we do not attend only to Biafrans. Whether you are a Biafran or non-Biafran, if you have any reasonable question to ask us, suggestion to make, or anything you want to verify from us, please do use the link on the Vidhaba channel and come into the program. Ask a question. You have all the time in the world to ask questions. All we ask is that when you are coming on, please make sure you appear in a decent manner. We cannot admit you on this platform naked. You must cover yourself properly. And again, when you are speaking, try as much as possible to speak in a civil manner so that you can get the response that you desire. As long as you speak in a civil manner, we will attend to all your questions, listen to you. You never can tell. Nobody knows it all. You might have a superior argument. If you have such a superior argument that can convince us, I bet you thousands of people are watching across the world. And I bet you at the end of the day, you're going to win a soul. But whereby you don't have a solid argument and you come online on stage, I'm sorry. You are only going to disappoint yourself at the end of the day. But in this platform, we do not insult anybody. We do not bully anybody, and we do not gag people to say what they want to say. You're entitled to opinion. You are free to express yourself, but do it in a civil manner. That's all we ask. If you do that, you will have all the time in the world to air your opinion while we respond accordingly. My fellow Biafrans, I welcome every one of you once again. And today we have come once again, as we always do, to discuss, share views, and express our feelings for the whole world to hear us out. The situation in the contraption called Nigeria is getting worse every day. Nigeria's situation is irredeemable. We have said it again and again. But for one reason or the other, the world has kept silent, just as they always do. The United Nations always late. The world are always late. Whenever it comes to problem in Africa, it is only when life has lost, millions of lives have been lost, that is when you see them coming on. Why do they do that? It is because of their own selfish interest. As long as their interest is not touched, they do not care. Even if all the people in the country are dying, they don't care. As long as their interest is not affected, the resources in Nigeria is still flowing to them unchecked. That is what they want. And that is why they will never speak about the evil that is happening in Nigeria. They will continue to sponsor this atrocity in one way or the other. They have refused to identify the problem. They don't identify the problem. Regardless of what happens, they do not care. All they care about is their own self. As long as their interest is protected, as long as they don't feel threatened, the resources continue to flow to them unchecked. They are okay. That is why you see in any place where there are resources, problem will arise, or they will never speak until when millions of lives are lost. That was why our Supreme Leader Nnamdi Kanu have made several moves to the United Nations, to all the bodies of the world that could be able to intervene, but they refused to do so. Instead, they told him to go and begin to do something. What do they want Nnamdi Kanu to do? It is to fight back. And that is what we are doing today. We are following their advice to fight back and get our land. And that we are going to do, regardless the consequence. Biafrans, we are ready to lay our life down for our freedom. We are better off dead than to be slaves. We are better off dead than slaves because we are not in that lineage of slavery. We are freeborn. And being a freeborn is something that is inbuilt in us. You can't cage us. It doesn't matter how you try. You cannot. That is why the Biafran people today are fighting on different fronts, on various platforms, voicing out and making sure that our voice is being heard. And we will continue to do so until we get to the promised land. Wherever you are as a Biafran, this is the time to act. It is not the time to sleep. It is time to work. And today's topic, it says, Biafrans, it's not time for ease and comfort. It is time to dare and endure. Prepare for victory. This is our discussion today, and everybody can join us. Biafrans, it's not time for ease and comfort. It's time to dare and endure. Prepare for victory. Wherever you are watching me today, if you are a true Biafran, you must pay attention to the message of today. And if you are a true Biafran, as you are listening to this message, pass it on to your neighbors. It is a very important message that we need to hear. At this point in time, the stage is set. It is not time for ease. It is not time for comfort. If you are a Biafran and you are at ease, you are still looking for your comfort zone. You are still relaxing your comfort zone. I am sorry. I am sorry for you. That's all I will tell you. If you are a genuine Biafran, at this time, you are still at your comfort zone, I am really, really sorry for you. I'm sorry for you. This is not the time for ease. It's not the time for comfort. With everything that is playing out today that you can hear on daily basis in their conventional media in Nigeria, not just from our platforms. Try as much as possible from time to time, give some little time to their conventional media, read their news, and you will see information that are coming. You will understand that it is not time for ease and comfort. This is the time to dare and endure. It is time to dare and endure. You know, for every message we have preached for many years ago, from the time of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, every single message he have preached was in preparation for what we are seeing today. Every message Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have preached for a very long time, they are all playing out one after the other. And those messages today, you realize that those messages we are preparing us for what is happening today. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did a great job of unification. He did a great job of unification, more especially to Biafran people. The terrorist commission of Nigeria created division. They divided us, divided brothers from brothers, made sure that we do not exist together as one. They put so many things in place to create barriers. They created hatred among us. They made us see ourselves as an enemy. But Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did a great job. Took his time, made a sacrifice, including sacrificing his own parents, to make sure that the unification of Biafra stands. And today, that awareness did not just stop in Biafra land. The awareness extended to the Dudua land. The awareness extended to the Middle Belt. The awareness extended to the North. That is why today, every indigenous tribe has people that are fighting for their life. Every indigenous tribe is aware of the danger in Nigeria today. In as much as so many people are denying it, there are some Biafrans that are even denying the danger that is already here. There are some Ududua people that are denying the danger simply because they feel that the government is on their hand now. There are some people in Arewa that do not care simply because they are on the bed with the Fulanis. There are some in the middle bed who do not care because they are favored. But I bet you a huge number of people today have digested that message and they understand that it's danger. Every indigenous person in that contraption called Nigeria has become an endangered species. The British has finally began their last phase of their job with the Fulanis to take over the land and hand it completely over to the Fulanis. Today, we no longer hear Hausa Fulani. Fulanis are standing out as Fulanis to take over Nigeria by force. They are standing out to take over Nigeria by force, and they are using the government apparatus to strengthen themselves and make it possible. Some people who are from the southern part of Nigeria, some indigenous people, are carelessly, in one way or the other, handing over the nation to the Fulanis. They don't care. They don't care. They do not care. And sadly, today, the man who claimed to be the president of Nigeria, we cannot ascertain his origin. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we cannot ascertain his origin. We cannot ascertain if he's truly an indigenous person in Nigeria. We know that various presidents that have run in that country were not indigenous people. They are foreigners. They are foreigners. But today, when you see the speed at which the Fulanis are making move, you only ask yourself, are there still indigenous people that cares about their homeland? Are there still some indigenous persons in that zoo that care about their homeland? It is sad. But I thank Chukwu Okekame that for us Biafrans, we are well positioned. And Chukwu Okekame has used Mazen Nandekano to prepare us before now. All you have to do is to pay attention to the instructions and message that was delivered by our Supreme Mazen Nandekano. If you could be able to pay that attention to that messages, digest it without grudges, I bet you will stand a chance of surviving. But if you ignore that message, if you ignore the messages of Mazen Nandekano and the warnings, you will not live to tell the story. I bet you will not live to tell the story. You know, for a very long time, we have been talking about the unification of the old southeastern region, which is today the present south-south, southeast, lower Kogi, lower Benue. But when we mention it, some people get mad. Do you just see what happened recently, where some Fulani terrorists were eliminated in Iromi? They call them hunters, but I will address them as a terrorist because the story doesn't have to add up. The story doesn't add up. We do not have hunters moving from the northern part of Nigeria to River State to hunt. What are you going to hunt? The only thing that happens in River State is fishing. Is fishing. And you don't go and fish with gun. And even with the fishing, you must have a license to fish there when you are coming from another country, another area. But they just painted the picture that these terrorists that were eliminated in Uromi, that they call them hunters. And the question continued to come. Where were they hunting? Who gave them license? And how was it discovered that they were hunting? Where did they hunt in River State? In which forest in River State were they hunting? My fellow Biafran, it is not time for ease and comfort. It is time to dare and endure. When you see what transpired in Uromi, where the people took action to save themselves, what I saw in that place was self-defense. The people of Uromi carried out self-defense. which is the right thing every sensible person will do. More especially when you are in a country that does not care about you. When you are in a situation where you are exposed to danger, where you are in a situation where you are left on your own, you have no other choice than to fight, defend yourself, and protect yourself. And that was exactly what the people in Urobi did. The excuse of those people being hunted, moving around with guns, and hiding themselves in a truck, I can't understand it. I do not understand it. But somehow, the Nigerian government will always get away with their nonsense. They will formulate a message and push it out there, more especially this Fulani Caliphate. They don't care what you feel or what you think. They just form a story and they throw it out there. It's left for you to either believe it or leave it. With what happened in Urobi, every Biafran should be able to learn lesson and know whom they are. Those who are claiming that they are not Igbos, those who are claiming they are this, they are that, those who are claiming they are from heaven from their head. Did you see what transpired in Urobi? After the attack in Urobi, whereby mostly the Ishan people participated in it, today, a threat is coming from the north. And when they are threatening only the Igbos. Those are the people that they know, that own that very area. Whenever you are talking about that very region, the people they know is the Igbo Biafrans. To an extent, when you are talking about South, the only thing a Northerner know is North and South. They don't know any other thing. It's either you are a Northerner or you are a Southerner. For the Northerner, for the Fulanese, it's either you are a Northerner or you are a Southerner. And you being a Southerner makes you an Igbo. They see everybody as Igbos. Let alone when you push it down to the southeastern region, old southeastern region. Whatever anybody does, from Benin downwards, they term it Igbo. They do not care. They do not care who you are. When it comes to politics, they will force you to deny whom you are. They will force you to even change your name. They will force you to deny identity. But when it comes to their evil act, for everything that is done in that area, they target to the Igbo Biafrans. And my message to my fellow Igbo Biafrans is that it is time for us to learn lesson. It is time for us to learn. And with the threats you are seeing today, it is not time for ease and comfort. It is time to dare and endure. So wherever you're watching this program from, you must be prepared for what is coming. I don't know what it is. I do not know what it is, but something is coming. Biafran territory will be protected. Biafra territory will be protected. But those who are living outside Biafran territory, if you're living outside Biafra territory, you must watch your back at all times. You must watch your back at all times. My fellow Biafrans, a lot is happening and more is going to happen. If you do not pay attention, it is not going to end well. If you do not pay attention to events that are unfolding today, it's not going to end well. Every Biafran must be at alert, wherever you are. More especially those living in the north. Those living in the north, you must organize yourself. You must put yourself together and prepare for any eventuality. The British have planted an evil that can never be removed, except we break up the contraption. The British has committed crime against humanity by creating the contraption called Nigeria and continue to hold on to it up to this moment. Nigeria is a criminal entity. It does not want to last the next minute. But for one reason or the other, those who the agenda of the colonial master favors, those who are in bed with the British, are doing everything possible to keep the one Nigeria the way it is. But that will not happen. No matter how they try to stop us, no matter how they try to hinder us, we are going to try and put an end to it. My fellow Biafrans, this is the time for battle. Prepare for war. It is a time for battle. It is not a time to play around. It's not time for jokes. Nigeria is not meant to be. If you don't know it now. And I didn't just say it. Nigeria is not meant to be. I didn't just say it. Even those who are in the authorities they watch, they know what I'm saying. They understand it. They confess it. But only that some of us are not paying attention. And when you are not paying attention, you are bound to pay a very heavy price. You are bound to pay a very heavy price. I don't know when, but you are definitely going to pay a heavy price. My fellow Biafrans, I want you to pay attention to the voice of this lawmaker. Many years ago, a lawmaker stood in their House of Senate and told them that Nigeria will never ever be good. A lawmaker said it. And he told them until they throw their, what they call constitution, to the dustbin and create a new one, they should forget about Nigeria. Insecurity will not stop. Hunger and starvation will not stop. It will increase. But nobody listened. Today, here are we. Mazin Nanegano told them that the zoo will be worse than Somalia. Go and check the rating today. Somalia is in London compared to Nigeria. Yet the criminals don't care. They don't care. But are we going to be silent? We will not be silent. We will continue to speak until the right thing is being done. Only then and then we can let them have peace. But as long as they continue to push their evil, we will resist them, because that entity is not supposed to be. Let's hear this.
One of us quoted from this constitution and went ahead to make prescription for how to move forward. I dare to tell this nation today that this is the problem. This constitution can never give us progress. This constitution can never give us peace. This constitution can never give us unity. And unfortunately, most of us in this National Assembly, we don't have the spine to face what we need to give this republic to have peace and progress. What do I mean? This constitution has 68 items. 68 on the exclusive list. This constitution as only 12 on the concurrent list. And those 12 are written so nebulously, so fraudulently, that you know that the intention is to even undermine those concurrent lists.
Did you hear that? So when we talk about the irredeemable situation of Nigeria, some of you do not believe it. Some think we just make it out. Maybe it is only those of us who are on the social media are the ones seeing it, including your politicians in Nigeria. They know that Nigeria is irredeemable. The Western countries that are supporting this evil know the consequence of what they are supporting. The British know the suffering you are going through, but they don't care. They do not care. As long as things continue to go their way, they don't care what you say, how you feel. They will continue to push their agenda. But my fellow Biafrans, we must stand up for us is right. Wherever you are, you must sit up. This is not the time for ease and comfort. It is time to dare and endure. It is going to get tougher. But when the going get tough, the tough get going. It is going to get tougher. Sometimes you think you've seen many, you've seen a lot. You haven't seen nothing yet. You must prepare your mind for what is coming days ahead. The Janjaweed have given their warning. The Zoological Republic, terrorist governments are coming on their own side. A lot is going to happen. But wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Gabiam. If you're watching from Biafra land, you must be cautious of your environment. Pay attention to every single detail around you. It is a must. Pay attention to every detail around you. A lot is going to happen. Nobody is going to come to our aid. Every other country out there, the world powers are waiting. They are waiting to see genocide before they will come in. But we will not wait for our life to be taken. We are going to do everything humanly possible to stay alive. That we have already started. My fellow Biafrans, I urge you never to give up. Do not allow the propaganda of the enemies to catch you. They are going to come in different forms to deceive you. Already they have introduced starvation, poverty, and hunger, so that it can be easier for them to buy your conscience. But I bet you, as many as have overcome, in these few days ahead, as many as will overcome, sky will just be the beginning for you. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching me from, do not get distracted, do not get deceived. Be who you have to be. Fight for your nation, Biafra. Nobody can do it except you. Nobody can fight this fight better than you do. Only you can tell your story the way people want it. That is why we are here on a daily basis, telling the world the true situation of things. Our enemy try to hide the true story. They hide under one disguise or the other, but we are not hiding. We are saying it the way it is. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter what you're coming from. We will always say it the way it is. I pray that Chukwu Okakariam. I pray that Chukwu Okakariam will be there to fight our battle for us and make things right. I want us to listen to this message of Mazen Nandekano before we continue.
Senegal, from Gambia, from heaven knows where, from Niger, from Chad, from Northern Cameroon. But they are in Nigeria, killing people. After killing us, they will not turn around and tell us to absorb them into our communities. That is why anybody, any Igwe, any PG, any greedy, avaricious fool, stupid enough to give any of our land to Fulani Janjaweed, you are finished. There was a man in Enugu that tried the same nonsense. Go and ask him where he is today. We take no prisoners. You see, the land of Biafra must be defended at all cost. At all cost. It is the land of God, given to his children for their eternal habitation. We may have failed in the past to recognize this very fact, but now that this generation has come, there is nothing anybody can do to stop us from restoring the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth in the land of Biafra, without apologies to anybody. I understand that the Sadikin Fulani of Lagos went to see the U.S. ambassador to Nigeria in Lagos a few days ago. And according to the message, or should I say information coming out of the U.S. mission, they said is to foster cohabitation and unity, that diversity is strength. And I want to lay that particular nonsensical narrative to bed tonight before I continue any further. Anybody telling you about strength in diversity, that person is a liar and a deceiver. And the U.S. ambassador is a liar and a deceiver. One thing they don't teach we Africans is this. No country exists on a foundation of multiculturalism. There is nowhere in the world.
I want you to pay attention to this message. Pay attention to this message. It is very important. When they preach this nonsense, diversity is your strength, diversity is that, it is madness. I have said this so many times, that what you have in Nigeria is destructive diversity. It is not in any way strength. There is no way to equal it to strength. So anybody that is talking about diversity is your strength, it is not in Nigeria. And this is what we have been saying. Mazin Nanikan voiced out and said it. We must begin to think and do things the right way. Let's hear him.
Is this. No country exists on a foundation of multiculturalism. There is nowhere in the world. Listen to me very carefully. Country exists on a foundation of multiculturalism. There is nowhere in the world. Listen to me. That person is a liar and a deceiver. And the U.S. ambassador is a liar and a deceiver. Diversity is strength. And I want to lay that particular nonsensical narrative to bed tonight before I continue any further. Anybody telling you about strength in diversity, that person is a liar and a deceiver. And the U.S. ambassador is a liar and a deceiver. One thing they don't teach we Africans is this. No country exists on a foundation of multiculturalism. There is nowhere in the world. Listen to me very carefully. All this nonsense, even the crap that Coca was coming up with, telling you about diversity is our strength and all that rubbish. Allow me to repeat, there is no country on this earth that survives on a foundation or a bedrock of multiculturalism. It doesn't exist. That is why multiculturalism in Africa is dead on arrival. It can never work. Because we are tribal beasts by nature. We are tribal by nature. That is why we travel from wherever we are during New Year's, during Christmas, during Easter, during New Year Festival to go back home where we come from. Because that is where we identify with. Now, let me ask the U.S. ambassador a very simple question. Is United States of America a multicultural society? U.S. that was created and built by Western Europeans. U.S. was created, should I say, created by God, of course. Built by Western Europeans. Mostly English people that was fed up with the way of life of the English monarchy. They went to America on Mary Rose. I want to ask the U.S. ambassador, I want to teach Africans what they don't know this evening. There is no country that functions on this multi-ethnic rubbish. Nowhere in the world. Not even the USA, that was created by people who are not indigenous to America. The owners of the soil of America are Native American Indians. That is a fact of life. God gave America to Western Europe to develop and gave them a special grace to be the beacon and the light and the conscience of the world. Because God knew that if he had left all these wonderful people in Europe, they would become contaminated. He removed them from Europe, sent them to America, built a wonderful nation as a shining light and a beacon for the whole world to look up to. Even that America that was built from scratch by people who are not indigenous to the land is not multicultural. Why am I saying this? America was founded on the principles of Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman, democratic value systems. I repeat, America is not multicultural. They accommodate other races and other nations. Yes, they can accommodate you. But where you're coming into, the bedrock, the foundation of America is based on Judeo-Christian principles, Greco-Roman political ideology, which is republicanism. America is not multicultural. America is Western Europe. The value systems of Western Europe, Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman, Republican governance. Had America been a multicultural society, they would have space for Sharia. I'm now addressing the US ambassador to try to tell them to stop deceiving people. We are educated, we went to school for a reason. We are enlightened and we have our brain intact. There is no country on this earth that runs on this wishy-washy multiculturalism. It doesn't happen. What you have are established order and value systems upon which various cultures can now coexist. If you go to America, you coexist under the provisions of the United States Constitution. And the US Constitution is a Christian constitution, not Islam. America is not multicultural, but under that bedrock of liberty and egalitarianism, you allow other cultures to come in. But first of all, they must swear allegiance to or take an oath to uphold the Constitution of the USA. That is something that the US ambassador never told the Janjaweed that went to visit her. The same way that Nigeria cannot function as a viable entity. Wole Soyinka knows what I'm talking about. I'm even sure somebody who claims he's learned, as Bishop Coker is, understands what I'm talking about. No country on this earth. The value system of the State of Israel is based on Judaic principles. The value system of Russia is entirely theirs, it's based on theirs. It's the Russian way of doing things from times of the Tsar. If you go to Saudi Arabia, it is essentially a Sharia Islamic state. You can live there, no problem. You can build your churches if you want. I think they've not started to allow churches to be built. But it is never a multicultural society. Japan is not a multicultural society. China is not. They can accommodate you, but that doesn't mean they are This is the type of nonsense they feed Africans. And we fall for that very gimmick of multiculturalism. At the end of the day, you end up with a useless contraption like Nigeria. You don't have any value system that anybody anywhere can define. If I talk about the USA, I can talk about hamburger in the USA. We can talk about, what else do they have in the USA? Hamburger, you can talk about, what's it called? What are the traditional dishes? Apple pie and all the rest of it. You can say that these are American dishes. If you go to the UK, you can talk about maybe mashed potato and bangers and mash, which is sausage and mashed potato as their national meal. That's understandable. But I ask you, if you come to Nigeria, what is the national dish of Nigeria? Does a Fulani Janjaweed eat ofe egusi, where we come from? Does an Igbo man eat a wedu soup? The answer is no. So on what basis is all this so-called multicultural foundation going to be laid upon? On what? We are not one people. We may be black, we may be Africans, but we're not one people. Not even one religion. If Britain cannot stay in an EU that is entirely Christian, EU is entirely Christian. Britain left. Nigeria, you don't know if Nigeria is Christian or in fact is Islamic. So for me to accept the multiculturalism being preached by the US ambassador, I have to embrace Islam as my religion. That's what it means. And some of you get taken in by all this rubbish. And I feel sorry for you. Yeah, sometimes when I say this, I'm being very arrogant. If you are educated, you will understand that no nation is multicultural. They allow other cultures to come in. It doesn't mean they're multicultural. They have a viable space where multicultural ideas or identities can thrive. But the foundation has to be monolithic. It has to be one dominant value system and ideology. That's how it is all over the world. Don't let anybody fool you otherwise. That is the same reason why you have this anomaly. In a so-called republic, you have royal fathers in a republic. Because you are trying to shuffle multiculturalism. You're trying to marry the feudal system of the North, the monarchical system of the West, and the Republican system in the East, to marry them into one. And what you have is entirely rubbish, and that is why Nigeria can never work. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Competing value systems. Nobody wants their own value system to be subsumed under another person's value system. This is something that the US ambassador never told you. But here I am telling you today. Because if you come here, you become educated. If you come here, you become enlightened. If you come here, you stop being a zoo animal, you become a human being. That is why we are the largest and, of course, the most consistent broadcasting platform insofar as Africa is concerned, right across the world. Millions listen to us because they know we preach the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That is why this very day, because you are in one Nigeria, in multiculturalism, the army will come to Olo to defend Fulani Janjaweed living in our forests. We went to Olo to defend our people. They came, they arrested the clerics. Men of God, they arrested all of them. How many times have you heard that imams were being arrested in the north? Or that villages were being invaded in the north and imams being arrested? Only in Biafra land. And this is your multiculturalism. This is a place where you want all of us to stay somehow to pretend that all is well when we know that it is not. In that same Nigeria is where Fulani headsmen openly boast about conquest. Benue State is one. That is why I feel sorry for the idiots talking rubbish from Benue. They came and they made the same bold claim on Edo State. And I quote, "We will kill all policemen and take over Edo State." Vanguard publication of January 23, 2021, this year. Only 2 months ago. Nothing happens to them. Only the Fulanis can lay claim to land that doesn't belong to them and nobody will say anything.
This is exactly what is happening today. Only Fulanis can lay claim to anything they want and nothing will happen to them. Only Fulanis are the people today that claim ownership of Nigeria. And each time you attach yourself to Nigeria multiculturalism, you are making yourself a prey to the Fulanis. This is what the British have created intentionally. And they continue to preach their fake message and tell you that diversity is your strength. Diversity has never, ever been a strength to anybody. I want you to hear this last part of the message of Martin Nandikan. Very important.
Or that villages were being invaded in the north and imams being arrested. Only in Biafra land. The US ambassador never told you. But here I am telling you today. Because if you come here, you become educated. If you come here, you become enlightened. If you come here, you stop being a zoo animal, you become a human being. That is why we are the largest and, of course, the most consistent broadcasting platform insofar as Africa is concerned, right across the world. Millions listen to us because they know we preach the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That is why this very day, because you are in one Nigeria, in multiculturalism, the army will come to Olo to defend Fulani Janjaweed living in our forests.
Did you see? This is exactly what is still happening. The army, as we speak today, are in Biafra land defending the criminals. You see the one that happened in Benin. The army are already there now defending the Janjaweeds. These were terrorists who came to the land to take over the land. Let's assume it was a mistake. Some innocent people are among them. Of course, we never support jungle justice at any time. We don't support jungle justice. We never support jungle justice. But in a situation where you are left on your own to fend for yourself, in a situation where there is no government to guide you, in a situation where people are left to defend themselves, in self-defense, it is on your own purview to decide on how to defend yourself. And the people choose how to defend themselves. But after defending themselves, you see the federal government coming after the innocent people to arrest. But this same group of people have been committing havoc, mayhem, in all parts of that country. They have virtually taken out all the indigenous people in the north. They are living in the IDP camp. Many villages has been taken over, even as we speak. The government doesn't care. The government doesn't declare state of emergency. They pretend not to see it. Benue State have cried and cried and cried, and they lost tears because nobody is paying attention to them. The government is saying nothing. Who are the ones perpetrating the evil? Fulani. Ondo State, which people are perpetrating evil that took innocent lives? Fulani. Enugu State, Fulani. Did you see any time that the government gave a marching order to fetch out these people who are perpetrating this evil and taking lives? No. But when it comes to their own, the government will move all the way from Abuja to come and defend and protect them. And that is what Mazen Nandikan is talking about. He spoke about a long time ago. It is happening now before you. So you can't say you didn't have
the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That is why this very day, because you are in one Nigeria, in multiculturalism, the army will come to Olo to defend Fulani Janjaweed living in our forests.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Olo to defend our people. They came, they arrested the clerics. Men of God, they arrested all of them. How many times have you heard that imams were being arrested in the north?
Where? For
or that villages were being invaded in the north and imams being arrested? Only in Biafra land. And this is your multiculturalism. This is a place where you want all of us to stay somehow to pretend that all is well when we know that it is not. In that same Nigeria is where Fulani headsmen openly boast about conquest. Benue State is one. That is why I feel sorry for the idiots talking rubbish from Benue. They came and they made the same bold claim on Edo State. And I quote, "We will kill all policemen and take over Edo State." Vanguard publication of January 23, 2021, this year. Only 2 months ago. Nothing happened to them. Only the Fulanis can lay claim to land that doesn't belong to them and nobody will say anything.
It is sad, but that is the truth. A very sad truth. Only Fulanis can lay a claim to anything, anywhere, and nobody will say a thing. Nobody will open his or her mouth and say a word. Only the Janjaweed have that right. Every other person that tries it, they take you out. Because of what the British have created. We will continue to speak. Today you see what is happening. The people in Edo State defended themselves and the federal government came after them. And the North is busy issuing a threat. To who? They are issuing threats to Biafrans. More especially the Igbo Biafrans. The same people, they say that we are not one. They say we are not brothers, we are not related, we are not one. But when it comes to issue of problem, they narrow it down to Biafra because it's only the Biafran people that they can recover something from. Only Biafran people they can engage in a fight and get something. It is sad, but we must continue. You're welcome, Coach Chooks. Let's hear you. Go ahead and talk to us, Coach Chooks.
Good morning, Massachusetts, and good morning,
Good morning.
Biafrans.
You're welcome.
Anyway, every Biafran is supposed to know that what is happening now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said everything all. Because if you look, whatever thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, starting from the time that Radio Biafra was created to this present time that we're into now. No anything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said.
Biafrans reject
At the same time, no anything that Mazi Simon Ekpa said, 99% of them have even happened already, except one, which is for us to make sure that all our mineral resources is in our hand. That is what we are looking for now. Because this killing that happened in Edo State just recently, all the Northerners and some of them that are even talking about that killing today, they did not remember all the killing that has been happening in Enugu State since, let me not even forget about other ones. Since January to this present time, they did not say anything about it. The Nigerian government did not say anything about it. The ones self-proclaimed governors in Enugu State, even in Ebonyi State, and all the eastern part did not come out. None of them have even come out to say anything about those killings. Just the one that happened in Edo State recently. That is one. Even Tinubu himself just come out that is condemning it. Even the governor of Enugu, the governor of Edo State, even him did not even see all the killing that is happening in his state since all this while, just because they kill those people that is protecting. Just because the villagers has come out, have reason to protect their land. That is why they are coming against them now. And even before they even rise, it's even those people that even fight against the villagers first. Because that is a news. Would I even say news? A one person from the community just come out to national TV. He's open his mouth to say that is those people that they kill, that the one that first of all attack the vigilante first before the villagers descend on them. They did not see that one. And the governors get the ghost, and the senators of that village get the ghost to go to the north to beg the northerners. And they don't even remember the killing that have been having in their village since all this while. Anybody that is still have the mind that these governors, they are there for us, those people are just wasting their time. Because what they are there is, they are just like remote. They are just there. They are controlling their head. Hey, this is the right time for everybody to remember what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been shouting for. Because he tell us, he said they are coming. They are coming. They are coming. And they are not coming for him. Oh. They are coming for me and you, which is the villagers. Because it's only Fulani people can even claim any land. Because everybody in this country called Nigeria know that Fulani do not have any land. They are just a wanderers. Any place that they see that the villagers do not have any power to speak for themselves, they will just claim those land. And you, maybe the indigenous of that village, they will pursue to the IB camp so that you go and live the rest of your life there. Everybody should be aware. Everybody should rise up. Nobody will fight for you. Nobody. Because even though if you wake up today, never too late. Because I hit my mic for now.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you for that amazing speech, and I believe our people will have to wake up because there is no more time. There is no more time. When we see what is happening on daily basis, we see the reactions that are coming on daily basis, you will know that Nigeria has no plan for you or for me. No matter how we pretend, this is not time for ease and comfort. Move away from your comfort zone. There is danger coming. There is danger coming. Don't say you are not warned. Remember, it is time to dare and endure. At the end of it all, victory will be sure. But I bet you, wherever you are, you must be very careful. You must be very careful. Pay attention to what is happening around you. These people are not giving up. And you know the way they act, when they make a threat, it has become a project for them. They will fulfill it. I pity those who are going to fall victim. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect us. It is a very terrible time. But no matter what we see, no matter what we hear, every one of us must continue to stand firm and stand strong. We will never give up. We will fight until the last man standing. The challenge is it's not going to be an easy one. Remember, Biafra government have already given you the right to defend yourself. The Biafran government have already given you the right to protect yourself. You must do everything humanly possible to stay alive. They have come, but they will never succeed. Thank you, my beloved sister Ojugo, for joining. Go ahead and talk to us, my sister Ojugo.
Good morning, Brotux, and my brother also that is there.
You're welcome,
All good listening Biafrans. But the good Biafrans and the bad ones, we're all welcome. Praying that those who are still having interior motive will be converted while listening to the gospel of the truth. Our people need to know that these people already map out the strategy long time. From the time, is it Ahmad Bello or who that wrote that in that Nigeria is their, this day is their breadfruit or something. I've forgotten that quote. So you go check what year was that. So since then, they've mapped out plan and they are using every opportunity, slowly, little by little, a poco, to go about it. And for every opportunity they have, they will take advantage of it. They took advantage of COVID. They took 100% advantage of COVID and used Dangoda trailer and move all these people all over Nigerian state, everywhere. They say shut down. And there was no one on the road. And then in the midnight, they're moving them. That's why you see them in millions everywhere. Everywhere. They use that single opportunity. Now you can see their strategy. They are in Benue. Let's say they've conquered Benue. Or about to conquer Benue. Now, Edo. You see how the surroundings of Biafra land, once they conquer them, then there will be a fight between us and them. So they are moving, you know how these people, I don't know, who think we are smarter than them. No. Because they enter the mosque, they are all on the ground. The head talks, everybody takes along. Whatever the head of that religion says, that's what they go with. So they map out plan to north is calm. West, those ones, they're very weak. They can conquer. Those ones are not their problem. So they are now close to Biafra land. Edo, Benue. And we forgot what a military man said. I think it's a general or somebody who said the army has colluded with them. And we need to rise up to save ourselves or they will wipe us out. People should rise up. Men, if you people still want your life and the life of your family, you all need to rise up and wait for nobody. If you don't rise up to protect your land,
us must rise up.
Yeah.
The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits.
Go ahead, my sister.
See? So they collude with the armed bandits. That's why they will tell you a military man was there. And then the Fulani person killed the villagers. And the villagers respond back. Then you see the military. Then you see Nigeria talk. Then you see, when I say Nigeria, including your governors, you see them talk. But when there is a massacre, even in the church in Enugu State, I didn't hear it anywhere. The so-called the president did not make a comment. But this one now, Tinubu came out to talk. Our people need to rise up 100%. That's why when you want to move people, I say, we're calling the government. But I hate them so much when they made that comment. Anytime I'm listening to something and I hear that, I'll just shut my TV down. I say, these people, when will they sit up to learn? Call it. You see somebody put a knife on your neck and you're calling the person, please help me. How is it going to help you than to mop off your head and throw it in the bush? Huh? Instead of the men there to rise up, pattern their territory to whatever you have is your land. You know all the areas. You know all the hiding corners. More than a stranger. You know how to come with from their back and use hammer, knock them on the head. And you people are there. Oh, government, come and help us. Call government to help you, and government will come and help you. However they help you, accept it. We need to rise up. We need to rise and save our freaking self. We need to rise up. If we don't rise up, these people will wipe us out. Anybody in that uniform called Nigerian Force, in uniform, fear that person. They are all enemies. Any governor is an enemy. Any senator is an enemy. House of Rep, these are all enemies of our land. They are all enemies. Don't say this person is in military uniform and you leave that person. You at night, they remove the military uniform and then they turn to Fulanis. Our people need to stand up, Gideon. Edo people, do not give up. Stand up and make sure you defend yourself. Nandekala has said it all, though. If anybody waiting for Nandekala to come out and start, Nandekala has said it all. And I thank you, Chooks, for bringing these things that this man Nandekala has said to prove the point that this is the highest prophet of our time. Not what we have in Old Testament that we don't know about. This is in our own eyes, Guru. That everything this man has said has come to reality. And our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa took from that step. And everything is revealing itself so clear. Please, my Biafra people, do not wait for anybody calling Nigeria to help you. It doesn't matter. There is no government. Defend yourself. This man has said it all. Rise up, defend yourself, or we'll all be wiped out. And they're ready to wipe all of us out. We'll have no place to call our home again. They are ready. It's not that what is it? DPMDrNgoziOrabueze. Stand up. Start. And then ask for help. Defend. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze has already told you what to do. Defend yourself. That's what that man, that's Nigerian, this is said. Rise up and defend yourself. If we don't, they'll wipe us out. I don't know what we are still waiting. I don't know whom we are waiting on. We need to rise up. Find a way. Gather yourself together. Well, start. And the help will come. But you have to start somewhere. Please, this is so scary. It's really scary. That lives are lost by these Fulanis, and nobody say anything about it. The newscasters in Nigeria has given the order not to open their mouth to say anything about it. And they don't. They don't. So that the world will not know. If not what the Biafra media are saying, broadcasting it, bringing these things out on the social media, nobody will know what is going on in that zoo called Nigeria. Nobody. Because they shut the mouth of the media down. And all this started, who started all this massacre? The British. The British people are the one that sowed this seed that is bearing fruit now. That country is evil. That Britain is evil. Any country associating with that country, you are evil, because the British, they know nothing than evil. They are parasite for life. They build their life as a parasite, and they will remain a parasite. And if they are parasiting on, don't cut them off. They will eat you and eat you and eat you until you die. That's how a parasite works. They'll continue to eat you until you die. And so, Finland, if you are associating yourself or in any group that belongs to this Britain, what is going on in Britain will come to you. Will come to you. Leave our Prime Minister that to come and help to defend us. You are holding a man when he was there. Who dare you come in Biafra land? Who are you? Leave our man alone. Leave our Prime Minister alone to come and defend us. We beg you. Life are being lost. Life are being lost. The military are killing our people. The military are the Fulanis are wearing the military uniform. They are military during the day and they are Fulani at night. Leave our Prime Minister alone. Please. We were proud of you before, but right now, you associated yourself with the Britain. See where you find yourself. Leave Finland. Leave our Prime Minister alone, please. People are dying. Holding him is not doing us any favor at all. He's innocent. He only came out to defend our people. He worked as a military in your land to defend your land. He defended your freaking land. Now you want to defend his origin, the land of his origin that is being swallowed by the Fulanis. And you said no. He said no. You lock him up. You took away all his human rights, basic human right. You took it away. We're begging you, please, let him go. Let him go to come and defend our land. He has defended your own land. It's time for him to defend our own land. We're human beings like you. You have one head, we have one head. I beg of you to let him go so that he will lead his people to the promised land. Thank you, my people.
Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution that you just made. And we will continue to march on. The video I just played that you saw there is a Biafran is being tortured simply because he refused to give his phone to these criminals to check, which is actually against the law of the country.
Wow.
No policeman has the right to check your phone.
Yes.
Why you see them abusing that man there is simply because he refused to give his phone out to be checked. They continue to assault him. And many of our people have lost their life just simply because they refuse to bow to this intimidation. This is what our people are facing on a daily basis. This is what our people
I experienced that last year when I traveled to Biafra land. I did. So I was in my car, so I took out the phone because I saw them, my family will live at Onitsha. I saw them somewhere around the GRA with that forces that the Greek, the pig in the Greek, what's his name again? Asare formed. Yeah. So they joined together because I saw their uniform at the back, and I look at the back. I said, oh, so this is that uniform that, I saw on the TV. This guy belongs to Asare Dokuba. I was telling my brothers, that were with me in the car, and my sisters. So I said, do you see this uniform? Anytime you see this uniform, This is from Masare Dokubo. So now they join with Nigerian army to be on the road, you see? So I took out my phone to video them, and they stopped, So I stopped. They said, "What are you doing?" I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "You brought out your phone." "Yeah, don't you think I have the right?" So I think the heard my accent,
Yeah.
So can I see your ID? I said, "I don't have any ID, but I can give you what I have." And because I went to Biafra land with a visa, I showed them my visa. They said, "Okay, good, but make sure you keep your phone back to yourself." I said, "Thank you, but I want you to know that my basic right is to use my phone, right?"
Yes.
He said, "You can use your phone, but we don't want to video us." I said, "How do you know I want to video you?" "I want to video you actually so that when I travel back, they will see what we see in this country." He said, "Madam, you can do that, in their own language. You can't do that. You can't do that." I said, "Okay, I'm sorry." So my siblings were pinching me, like, "We need to get the hell out of here."
They are a bunch of mad people.
Yes.
Mad people.
So I said, "Okay, sir." Then we left.
It is so sad. It is so sad, the kind of thing our people are going through on a daily basis. This is what people are going through.
I witnessed that. Yes.
It is sad. Greg, let's hear from you, Greg. Go ahead and talk to us, Greg. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon. My brother Choose.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon, my sister and my brother in the house. My greetings to you and to all the Biafrans. Happy new month, April.
Same here.
Thank God for the life
So
and we appreciate you.
April 1st.
Yes, for the life of all our families anywhere around the world. We thank him for the life of Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpan, whom our God is still strengthening them, giving them more strength every day. We thank God for that. Yes, today we are seeing what is happening in that land. And many people are they are not asking questions at all. I don't know why our people are so doomed that they don't ask questions if something is happening. Whatever fall upon them, they take it. I saw that the governor of Edo State went north to go and say sorry. Why some Fulani have pushed a lot of Edo people into IDP camp, and not even one of the governor make a statement till date. Any king and these things, all their chiefs went to the north to go and beg the Southerners and then Northerners. So what does that show? What is that telling us? It's telling us that you are conquered people. There is no other thing, no other message. That these people that they catch with guns, more than as number as they are, the same number are the guns they catch them with. Any place you go in Africa, I'm not talking about Europe. Every African country are almost the same, except South Africa or Namibia. I think they have game reserve or whatever in Namibia, where foreign people go there to shoot, to catch, to do these things. Apart from that, Nigeria doesn't have something like that, that somebody will move from almost more than 600 kilometers to go in the land where there is only the land where they have more, what do you call it? River and lake, and there's some kind of bush that is that I don't think animals don't even much animals don't go to riverine area as such. You see, so how can they tell us that they went to Port Harcourt to do hunting, and as many as they are, all of them have gone, and now the Edo people stop them in Uromi and start searching them because they want to secure their land. It is their right. See, the government cannot do it. So other people coming on the television talking jargon and rubbish. Those people are just common criminals and people who want to present something that doesn't exist to the world. When you watch some of them in the television, they will say something that doesn't exist. I had one yesterday on an interview, one retired commissioner of police. I think he first worked in Anambra, as they were calling him, and they say they call him retired billionaire police. He said he's suing I don't know, there is a one, but the person they say they call him a retired billionaire police. He said he's suing that man. So when the man was talking nonsense, he was trying to present Nigeria as if Nigeria is where there is law and order. Trying to present himself as the Nigeria is where police know what they're supposed to be doing. He was trying to present himself as if that the police is doing their best in Nigeria. That those people that took law into their hand, and he's calling on the police commissioner now, that the police commissioner have to make sure they secure the Edo state. They don't want to hear any single person dying. That is, when I was listening to this man, I was laughing. So Commissioner of Police in Edo State will secure Edo State and don't want to hear any funny story again. Or they don't want to hear any funny story that the Fulani man is being killed. But that if he had put that language, if I put it in that straight way, it would have been a different thing. But he's saying he wants to make sure that Edo is secured, that Edo State is secured. How can you secure Edo State when you are on one side supporting the criminals of Fulanis who came to the states in the south side of it to kill people? More than 600 kilometers, you came to the River State to do hunting. How long have you been doing that hunting? Nobody asked them. If you came from River State, if you came to River State to stay for more than 6 months, where were you living? Which hotel were you lodging? That you cannot every evening when you finish your hunting, you go back to your hotel. Where were you living? With those your guns. Nobody asked them which hotel did they lodge in River State. And which side of River State were they hunting? Nobody is asking the next question. Nobody is asking the question about the trailer they are using to carry those guns and those individuals. Nobody asked how did they manage to transport their gun and they safe to River State with all these guns. Nobody is calling Dangote and his trailer company to ask them why are they every time they transport this illegal transportation of weapons. Nobody, all the whole interviews, nobody have raised a question about Dangote's trailers. But every time they will load the people on the trailer, is trailer luxury? Is trailer allowed to convey human beings in Nigeria? So that is what where are the road safety? Where are the road safety that is working in Nigeria? That will allow trailer to convey human being for more than 600 kilometers with gun, and they pass how many checking points? So this police, this foolish commissioner of police in that interview was trying to say, that if there's any vigilante that will have to work in those states, they have to assign them with the police. If they would have assigned those people with the police, those people wouldn't have gotten those guns and those things. They wouldn't have stopped those vehicles at all. And they will stop and go inside the bush. And in the next 2 days, they will be kidnapping people and killing people anyhow. And that is what the government wants. And when those people killed, the governor will tell you he cannot do anything. But now the governor will travel from here to Kano to go and say, I'm sorry. When nobody have told him sorry for his people that have been killed and kidnapped. So that is to show you the kind of country that they are running every day. So I cannot understand the kind of bondage most Nigerians, as they call themselves, are. I cannot understand that kind of bondage. I cannot understand the kind of bondage the Biafrans find themselves. That somebody will come and kill you, and when you defend yourself, it will turn against you. These evil people that they killed, because those were 100% terrorists, they are the one who started fighting this, who first stabbed one of those vigilantes. Had they been that those vigilantes ran away that time they stabbed them, you will see that they will carry those their gun and start shooting them, but many of them will die. But because when they stab one of them, all of them come in and start and seize them. So they were able to carry their gun to shoot or do anything. And they were out of anger, they did what they did and killed them. Now everybody is talking about it in the whole part of the president is saying it. And Tinubu did not see. Nobody condemned those people that all those Igbos they killed during the time of election of Tinubu. Tinubu did not see that the Igbos were killed in thousands in Lagos when during the time of vote. Those ones that were killed in Lagos and destroyed their properties, those ones they are not human beings. Because they are Biafrans, because they are Igbos. Until today, Tinubu have not spoken one word about those people that killed during his election and those properties that were destroyed. Because those ones are, because they are Biafrans and they don't have any right in Nigeria. They said it openly. Somebody come out and say, you don't have right in Lagos. Let this sound you as a warning. And nobody arrested them. Nobody called them for question. Asked them, what do you mean that the Igbos don't have the right in Lagos? Is Lagos another country? For them that believe in one Nigeria. Nobody. And no international community ask question. No Eastern governor ask question. They arrested the only one chief in Lagos who complained. They went and picked him up and locked him. No single Igbo man, no single governor, no single senator, even the local government from his town, nobody stand up for that man and say, why must you lock this man up? Because he said that Igbos can come and defend themselves in Lagos. The man was picked up and locked and throw him in jail. And he wants us to remain in the same country. It is impossible. So it pains me because when we start to recount all these intimidations, all these subjugations, all this harassment, all this denial of human rights against the Biafrans, so somebody will start getting anger immediately. Because with all these things, nobody is talking. Now, what they want to achieve now is to make sure they quench all the Southerners not to do anything when the Fulanis attack them. And because they have succeeded in Anambra, when they will kidnap or do anything, when they catch them, none of them will be, nobody will touch them. So the same kind of thing they want to be happening in any other part of the country. So my brother, what can you say? And what can we be saying every time? You see? It's a terrible thing that most of us are left for some years, and those ones who left even before us, till today, before we left Nigeria, we have been complaining in Nigeria before we left. Some people have lived more than 40 years in abroad. Some have lived 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, 15 years. Till date, everything continues getting worse. And still, most of us that have stayed 40 years in Europe, some people here stayed 40 years. Some have stayed 30 years, some stayed 25 years, 20 years, 15 years, 10 years. And when you call them to rise up to fight for the freedom, they are happy living here. They see you as somebody who doesn't have sense. They see you as somebody doesn't have something doing. They will use anything to qualify you. You see, because they are here. They are in the Western world where things are normal. So they forget the pain that people are going through. Some have been here for 10 years, 20 years. They don't have to even travel back home for any visit, even for 2 weeks. And when you tell them about freedom that will make them to go there, they will not even react. Is that a cause? So I don't know the kind of cause our people are in. It's a very big problem. I don't know how they can be delivered from those kind of things, because even with all the kind of preaching and prayers, many people are still in darkness. With the same thing with Simon Ekpa, many are still in darkness till today. They don't want to repent. They don't want to change and come to do the needful things that will make their people to be free. So it's a pity, my brother. If we will continue talking, every day there's many more reasons to talk. But we will not be tired. We will be continue. At least to be encouraging those ones that still believe in what we are doing. That they should continue without looking back. That is our message. Now, people, those who are already stand up, should stand in the right way and not being confused by anybody. That is our message. That is my message this afternoon. Thank you, my brother. I will be listening too. You are muted.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for your contribution. Before we proceed further, let's hear this message from Mazi Nandika.
The path we are pursuing is a path of pressure, relentless pressure to ensure that Biafra comes. How are we going to employ that pressure? There are only two ways to get your freedom in the history of the whole world. Freedom can be gotten only two ways. One is through the ballot box. In other words, people will contest and they will have Biafra Nationalist Party. Yes, as they have in Scotland. And then we vote for them. When they then go to the house or maybe go to Abuja, they will say, we are here under the mandate of Biafra Nationalist Party. Because of that, we want to go and conduct a referendum in order for us to be free. The other way, you fight. Either you go through the ballot box or you fight. Which option are we choosing? We have chosen to fight.
separated from the United Kingdom by declaration. Today, they are the world power. In 1830, Belgium separated from Netherlands. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe. Both
So sorry, I was kicked out. But they won't stop us no matter how they try. We will always overcome the challenges that are coming from right, left, and center. So my fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you are watching from, remember, we say that this is not the time for us to relax. It is time for us to fight and fight the battle the best way we can. Do not allow yourself to be intimidated. Challenges ahead are so many, but we must stand up to the challenge and we are going to win it.
Oye soro no me wana wasure nana. Erire Biafra fu mama o. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Obamomo. The spirit of Biafra is upon me. That is why I am offering this song to our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. In Urobo dialect and Isoko. Mazina de Kano. Lucky star is sinking, Udogu, Ekpa. Amorotomo Agbada Guru.
Welcome back. We must continue and we will never give up. So it is a new month, as we all know, as we are in the new month. For us to make it this far, we have to thank Chukwu Kabiama for having made it to this far, as we are waiting for our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa to join us, and our Sweet Mazi Nande to equally join us. We must continue to pray for our leaders. Also pray for our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. You know, it is not easy, the challenges she's facing. It's not easy. Attacks are coming from right, left, and center, inside and outside, both physically and spiritually. We must continue to support her the best way you can. More importantly, remember the young nation that we have that is now 4 months old, the United States of Biafra. Continue to support the United States of Biafra the best way you can. Any way you know you can support the United States of Biafra, please do support the United States of Biafra, because that is the only option we have, and we have not committed any crime. I want you to hear this message from our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa.
1776, the United States separated from the United Kingdom by declaration. Today, they are the world power. In 1830, Belgium separated from Netherlands. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe, both of the countries. In 1965, Singapore separated from Malaysia. Today, they have transformed into global financial hub as a result of the separation. Why is it that when we call for separation, Nigeria and their criminals will be calling us terrorists? Don't fall for it. The past separation has led to the upsurge of economic development in the case of India and Pakistan, Norway, Denmark, Switzerland. Each of these separation has led to the upsurge of economic and development. In 2002, East Timor separated from Indonesia. In 1921, Ireland separated from the United Kingdom. Today, they are one of the powerful countries we have. In 1944, Iceland separated from Denmark, demonstrating that nations can part away without violence. Why do you kill Biafrans? Whenever we say we are fed up of Nigeria. In Nigeria, where you have dangerous diversity, in Nigeria, where you have the northern part of Nigeria practicing Islamic State, practicing Islamic Sharia law, and they have different culture, different laws, different rules, different everything. And with that kind of mentality and setup, we can never develop as a nation. That is the reason we call for the separate state, and of course for independent state for Biafra. Apart from the killings, genocide against our people, and jihad. In 1905, Norway and Sweden separated and goes their separate ways. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe because of the separation. In 1947, India and Pakistan separated. The list can go on and on and on.
It is so sad. Sorry for that. I was muted, and you can see that very message that was passed there is something that has happened in so many other places. So many other places where things have done the way it should be. People got their freedom. The same people that participated in disintegrating the USSR, today, they are the one helping to insist that we be together. Why is it that this double standard is being played against us at all times? Why is the double standard going on at all times? You see the same Western people today supporting people to have their freedom. They claim they are joining Ukraine to have freedom. But look at the Biafran people that have fought war for 3 years. That crimes against humanity have committed against them. And we are asking that we want to be free. Not just being free. End this entity that is creating this chaos in West Africa. They don't want to end it. Instead, they are supporting it. And you see them telling you that this is their project. That it is mandatory to make Nigeria one. A place where you know you have people that have different value system. We have different value system. There is no resemblance in any way. Today, you see what is happening. Even when they have refused us to be one as we are supposed to be one, when there is a problem, they begin to treat us as one. If you are from Biafran side today, you are from the old Southeastern region, if you are from the south and you are not learning anything from what is happening in the zoo today, you will never learn. We, the Biafrans, we have learned, and we learned in a very hard way. It took more than 5 million people for us to learn. And we are not wishing other people to experience the same thing we experience. But from the look of things, they will experience it before they understand. They will experience it. Today, you see what transpired in the Edo state. And they are busy in all angles, threatening the Igbo people again. Something that has no connection with the Igbo people. But when you see their outrage, where they are challenging and pouring their anger, it is, when they mention, it is Igbo they are calling. It is Igbo, the hatred is so much that anything that happens anywhere, whether it concerns us or not, we will be the target. How long are we going to continue to explain and explain and explain ourselves in things that doesn't really concern us? How can we continue to live in such manner? How can we live in a manner whereby we will continue to explain and explain, even in situations that we owe nobody any explanation? It is a very, very sad thing. Today you see the Northerners, they gather in outreach. The Fulanis, these are the people that have been taking life from all corners. Any place you go, they are the one taking innocent lives. You go to Southern Kaduna, it is these same people. You go to Benue State, it is these same people. Go to Oduduwa land, it is these same people. You go to Biafra land, it is these same people that are creating problems. And each time they perpetrate these very atrocities, they even do a video and they share. We have never ever seen the federal government of Nigeria giving a marching order to get them down. At a point in time, we saw Sheikh Gumi, traveling to where they are, discussing. Even he came online to claim that he knows them. He came to negotiate for them. Began to ask the federal government to integrate them into the government and bring them back and give them this and that, including giving them compensation. At a point in time, they were equating these criminals with the Niger Delta militant. They said as long as Niger Delta militants were given amnesty, that they should give them amnesty and giving some salary, place under salary and all that. Bunch of terrorists. They made a case for them. And they left people to their fate. Today, these citizens have decided to protect themselves. Look at them carrying stick. Look at them carrying stick and protesting. And in their message there, they are saying that they are going to revenge. That they will take vengeance. And their target is the Igbo Biafrans. You see them gathering with their stick, that they will take vengeance. But when these people take life in places, people don't even react. Nobody pays attention. Just like my brother said here, you see even governors traveling up to the north to go and beg. How many times have you seen Sultan of Sokoto coming to, not even coming, staying in Sokoto there to issue a statement about the death that's happening in Enugu State? It's not even about coming. Let him make a statement from Sokoto there about the death that Fulani people are causing everywhere. In Ogun State, Enugu State, in Ebonyi State, in Benue State. Just issue a statement. No, you don't even need to come. We have never ever had him, even once. But today, look at them. They have that boldness to come out and protest and say they are asking for justice. So they really know what justice is. Some of them are saying they live for compensation. And the government is dancing to their tune. There's nothing anybody can do. Because The contraption called Nigeria belongs to them. And I don't blame them. Nigeria is a British company, and they were the people that the British handed over that company to. So the only thing that can take you away from there is for you to remove yourself from that very contraption. That is where we, the Biafrans, are safe, and we can boldly speak because we have already gone out of it. On the 29th of November 2024, the redeclaration of Biafra was made. From that very day, they were given ultimatum to leave. They have no right in our territory anymore. Any forces of Nigeria in our territories are occupying force, and they will be forced out when the time comes. If you don't understand it, you better understand it now. That we are going home. We have gone already. Those of you who have refused to see the situation now, a time might come when you will not have any place to run to. As I wrote on my topic, Biafrans, it is not time for ease and comfort. Those of us who are resting in our comfort zone, it is no longer time for comfort. Fulani can take years to plan their strategies, and they don't make empty threats like some of us do. They don't make empty threats. And you that is a Biafran, any place you are, more especially those of us who are not living in Biafra land, you must keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. It is not time for ease and comfort. It is time to dare and endure. Our restoration must be completed, no matter what they do. No matter their strategies, it must be completed. And your support is highly needed for it to be completed. If you don't support, it is not going to be effective. You're welcome, my beloved brother Maxwell. Go ahead and talk to us, Maxwell.
Thank you so much, Master Chicks, and good morning to Nemoche and my Namoches that are here. Those in the comment section, I salute each and every one of you. May God continue to bless you for the good job that you are doing for the people of Biafra. God bless Mazen Namdekan. God bless Samuel Ekwa. God bless Dr. NgoziOrabueze and her cabinet members that are fighting for the total sovereignty of the United States of Biafra. I use this opportunity also to acknowledge those people in our homeland that are thriving on daily basis, struggling, despite the limited resources in order to put our land in order. I say, may God bless all of you. Those that have left us, those that are not here today to witness what is going on, that one way or the other has been taken away below 6 feet. I say, wherever you are, may your soul rest in the bosom of our Chukwukika Abiyama. Having said that, Moses Chooks, you see, there is something I would like to say to our people today concerning this issue in Uromi. Where I have it is the thing is coming out clearer, for all of us to see. According to what I heard, they say they are Hausa people. So they are Hausa hunters. And my question is, what are Hausa hunters doing? Yeah. They say that they are Hausa hunters from Kano. Now I ask again the same question I asked the last time. From Kano to River State is about 1,050 something or 60 something kilometers. What are you doing there? Rivers is a river state. It's a riverine area. Major part, substantial part of River State is in the sea. It's on waters, in the lagoons. For those of us that have been there, we are very close to them. Okwa West and Okwa East is very close to River State from my mother's own state. Aba State now. What did you go there? What games did you go there to go and hunt? These are our Hausa brothers. I believe that Hausa too have come out to denounce some of the activities of their so-called Hausa Fulani. They are now trying to separate themselves from the activities of the Fulani terrorists, the Hausas. I have seen videos, both men and women, of Hausa indigenous people coming out to tell the rest of, people in that contraption that they are not in support of what these people are doing, the Fulani people, the armed Fulani people, the armed terrorists, headers, or whatever they call them. You see, Nigeria has encouraged jungle justice, extra judicial killing, lynching, or whatever. They are the people that has established that system. Because IPOB, under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, has been witnessing extrajudicial killings. Nobody spoke. The governors, the politicians in the southeast part of Biafra did not come out and speak. Till today, they are carrying out extrajudicial killing. Is that not jungle justice? Lekki Gate, when the men in uniform engaged ordinary protesters, was that not extrajudicial killing, jungle justice? What is the definition of jungle justice? You are inflicting harm that can lead to death to a man or woman without due process. A woman, a man, someone that you accuse of committing a crime. You kill that person without due process. Whether it is the men in uniform that are being controlled by the state or by the government, the federal, or anybody, you are guilty of it. Have you hold them accountable? Now, it has happened to innocent Hausa people, let me put it that way, unquote. But remember, I don't know the kind of games they were hunting in Rivers State. I don't know the kind of game they are hunting there. For me, I believe that the game they were hunting there is this kidnapping, business that has been yielding people, and there is no other place they will go and do it apart from the Biafra land. That is where the money is. That is where the money is. Why are these 16 people so special than those you kill in Biafra land extrajudicially? Those that were killed in Obibo, where are the justice? The way these people are shouting today, like the protest that they are protesting there, where were those people? Where were the people that were against the killing of the people in Amibo, Oyibo, in River State, under Wiki? Where are the people that came out, the government officials that came out to say enough is enough, you cannot kill our people again? Where are they? The same way their counterparts are doing in the north today. They are speaking, they are issuing statements, they are issuing threats. They even said, Kano State governor said they should. He didn't say the culprits themselves, the perpetrators of those crimes, or what they call crime. They didn't say the perpetrators. He said the suspects must be paraded. You see how they speak. But when it happens to your own, you cannot come out to speak because you are cowards. You have sold yourself. You are a slave. IPOB, Indigenous people, Biafran people will be killed. Nobody comes out to defend us unless Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa and people like you that will come out and begin to shout to the world what they are doing to us. How many of them have come out to speak the way their counterparts are speaking now in the north? Slaves. Slaves, they have made you slaves on your own ancestral land. And you are happy. The only time you have time and the opportunity, the temerity to speak out is when your own people are involved. When outsiders come, destroy farms, graze, uproot our, tubers and everything, feed to their cattle and move away. And when you come and confront them, they will buy you, dismember your body parts and so on and so forth. Brutally. You will pay 500 naira for buying a Biafran in a farm. And when you kill a cow that is eating your crop, the governor will say they should pay 500. Will I blame him? In the federal structure, they have created a different ministry for cows. Cow nation. A nation where cows are valued more than human beings, that even, rearing, heading the cattle. It's a shame. It's a shame. I'm using this opportunity now because there is what they are profiling the Igbo people, especially in the north. And this is the time the United States of Biafra will issue a statement against anybody that is going to touch any Biafra anywhere in that zoo that they live. Since you are a secular state and there is freedom of movement and association, the Biafrans, since our land is still under occupation to today, you should not touch them. You should not touch them. Do not use what happened in Uromi, profile Igbo people just like the way they profile them to elections in Lagos. So many of our people were wounded. We do not know the number of people that they died in Lagos. Most of the perpetrators are still walking on the streets of Lagos today without any accountability, without prosecution. It must stop. We can no longer go in a system where the dog will go and eat excreta and the teeth of the goat will be rotting. We have passed that stage. Because anything that they are going to do in the north is targeted at the Igbo-speaking part of Biafra. And I'm using this opportunity to call every one of the Biafran people, whether from the riverine area, wherever you are, be alert. Because when these people are warning you, for those of us that stayed with them, when they are issuing warnings, it won't be long. That is the reason why they will tell you Akwera and Rama. Even as the governor of Edo State has gone to Kanu to beg them, they will accept. But they will tell you there is Rama, Akwera and Rama. There is a time for retaliation or revenge. They don't forget, they don't forgive. That is how they are. Wherever you are, if you feel that that place is a good place for you to stay and make your business, be prepared to protect yourselves. That is what I will tell you. Protect yourself, because it is going time ago. I told them, I said, look, Wike is looking for two things in Rivers State. It's either they impeach Fubara or he will cause a state of emergency in that very place. It didn't even reach one day. The same thing happened. And I'm here to tell you people, because of this issue that has happened in Europe, if you are a Biafran outside Biafra land, please be prepared. It is going to happen. History has a way of repeating itself. And I do not know the reason why our Biafran people, most of them, has refused to learn from past history. Ana agonyi si, ana agonye nte, onono. Mboshaya iburisi nti yesoya. Do not come and begin to cry again, because Mazen Nambekano warned you. Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, warned you. All the men and women of goodwill of the United States of Biafra have warned you. Onye ụgbọ gburu, onye tren gburu, ọwụ ntị gburu ya. We cannot, because you have formed kinds of association outside Biafra land for built conglomerate businesses and so on. And because of that, we say we will not fight what we are fighting. We will protect you if need be, but you have to protect yourself first. Thank you so much, Massachusetts. God bless you. You are muted.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother Maxwell. You have spoken well, and I appreciate you for that line of thought. Every one of us must have to get prepared. When we talk about our people who are living outside Biafra, more especially in the north, for a very long time, they have been given that chance and time to decide their fate. And I believe that any Biafran that is still in the north today have decided his or her fate. The only advice we are giving to them is that they must mobilize and protect themselves wherever they are. Anywhere you are, you have the right to defend and protect yourself. The United States of Biafra governments have already passed into law that you have the right to defend yourself. Whether you are in Biafran territory or not in Biafran territory, you have the right to defend yourself. And wherever you are, gather yourself and prepare for defending of yourself. More especially those who are outside Biafra land, because we know the people we are up against. We know the people we are dealing with. You know that whenever anything happens, they will attack us. Whenever they want to show their relevance, the only people they attack is the Biafrans. And that is why we must not lose our guard. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must prepare for anything and everything. And for those who are making their preparation, let them don't think that Biafrans are asleep. We are not asleep. We have learned our lesson, and we'll learn in a very hard way. If they bring it on Biafrans, they will regret ever making that move. Gone are the days when you kill Biafrans and you go scot-free. Gone are the days when you raise your hand and you go against Biafrans and we complain. It has become very clear. We know that nobody's going to come to our aid. It is very clear that the Zoological Republic has no government. People are left on their own. Just like the video my sister talked about that I played here, where the former chief of staff, a general in Nigeria, has said that you must defend yourself. If you don't defend yourself, they are going to take you out. Nigerian military is compromised. They are colluding with the terrorists.
Mazuchuk, sorry to come in here. I'm so sorry about it. See, it is not only T.Y. Danjuma that said it. If you remember the time the Canadian embassy denied Musa visa to travel for that parade in Canada, the DSS, the Yoruba man, the chair of the DSS or director, came out to say that it is time for Nigerians to bear their first line of defense. He said it.
Yes.
He said it. But they would never allow that to happen. These people. You see these people that control. Now tell me, my brother, how are you going to fight? People, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that these people have a $30 billion war chest. I don't think he was referring to the federal government. These people sell cows to Lagos alone on daily basis. Is it 10,000? 10,000 cows is slaughtered on daily basis in Lagos, apart from other areas. How much do these people make in a week, in a month, and in a year that they cannot buy even the United Nations? If they keep that money and the way they prepare their things, they Fulani people, the way they do their things, the day they play their underground dealings and so on and so forth, they keep that money for let's say 5, 6, 7 years. Who in this world that they are not going to buy? That is why everything that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was pushing were blocked. They couldn't speak. And remember that time they had their lady representative in the ICC or is it the ICC or ICJ or something like that? One lady like that, is it Amina something or so? This is the kind of problem that we have. They are ready to buy even our own people. The treasure. Look at that boy, that Fulani boy, that one who is a bit educated. Before we come to your place, we will first of all sort your village head out. The man will collect the money. And anything they do in the forest, including raping our women, preventing them grazing on their land that they spend money to cultivate, is allowed. Because one useless chief or traditional head has collected money from them without even informing the people that he is, standing for. This is our problem as Jews. What is happening to us lives in us. What kills a cow? If not, this nonsense will not be happening in Biafra land. It is as a result of these people that we have, that we call the custodian of culture and tradition. Most of them, they are culpable. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for that input. And
this gentleman, officer and general, does not cease to amaze me, because he did not only to come here, but he did so in writing. He acknowledged, and he did so in writing. He's a great team player. In all my years in service, I've never seen a team player like General Musa. Thank you very much. Thank you for all you do. And I'll tell you a story about the former US President, George Bush. He had gone to campaign in Florida for a second term, and a 10-year-old girl walked up to him and said, when I grow up, I want to be a president just like you. But she said, at this moment, tell me what a 10-year-old can do to help your administration. And President Bush said, anytime you see an American in uniform, say thank you to him. Because every day they lay down their lives for us. Speaking seriously about the practical approach to mobilizing to curb insecurity, I'll share experience with you when I was state director in Bauchi. Most of you will remember an incident in Azari. A group of terrorists, the Boko Haram, then had invaded Azari. They were shooting in an attempt to kidnap, and the community chased them. They killed some members of the community, but the community members killed all of them. The last guy, Khalid, climbed onto a tree and was firing. The community stood, they were resilient, and they killed Khalid. Since that day, there has not been one terrorist attack in Azari. As a matter of fact, the former head of state, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, said, and I quote, if we want to stop or curb this terrorism, we shall emulate the Azari example. Tafawa Balewa also happened to be a local government in Bauchi that was always in flames. And the people of Bogoro and some part of Tafawa Balewa, where the Sayawas are, rose up on one occasion. They knew their terrain better, climbed onto trees and mountains. When the invaders came, they did not only repel them, they seized their weapons. And since then, you can attest to it that you hardly hear about Tafawa Balewa again. What I'm trying to say, the practical approach to mobilizing people, is that you have to get everyone involved. You do not expect the Nigerian Army, police, DSS, to protect every Nigerian or every community. It is not going to work. In the US, if you visit someone in the house, you will be shocked that when the guy hears a police siren, he will just pull his drawer, bring out his gun and keep it. So one of my hosts did that, and I asked him, why are you putting gun here? He said, well, if they are chasing someone and he enters my house, I'll shoot him first. And that is the layer we have to start thinking about. How can you create first line of defense? The military, police, and other security agencies are to deal with the bigger ones, the organized ones. But it is impossible for us to deploy to every community in the country. It is unimaginable that any security agencies that has the resources to do it. So as we live here, we all belong to one community or the other. What we have to start experimenting is how we can make the community to prepare first, if the first line of defense for it. General Wahab said it clearly. And for me, there are 3 takeaways from his lecture. By the way, the general and I were guest speaker at one program in our office, so I don't know.
In order not to waste your time, this video I played is just what our brother Maxwell talked about. Every message or noise he's making here, this is the DSS chief advising people on self-defense. Self-defense. When our government announced it and put it in law, some of you were shouting. Some people were saying, how can it happen? But look at them, in their own, they come with political correctness to paint it word. All this story he's telling you here is defend yourself. Danjuma was a little bit raw. He was raw. Danjuma was raw. He just hit the nail at the head. That same thing Danjuma said is what this DSS chief, present one, or this one is not, present DSS chief, advising people to defend themselves. So if you are a Biafran, you didn't take the advice of our government, at least you will take this one that DSS man is telling you to defend yourself. They cannot defend you. They cannot defend you. Build your first line of defense. At least you'll be able to defend yourself before the Liberation Army of Biafra will appear. The Liberation Army of Biafra cannot be everywhere. Prepare and defend yourself. Any place you are in that zoo, build your first line of defense. Biafrans, it's not time for ease and comfort. It is time to dare and endure. Prepare for victory. Thank you, fellow Biafrans that have been on this program with me. Let us round up the program with our closing remark. And on the closing remark, let us start off with our beloved sister, Ojugo. Are you sitting there? If our sister Ojugo is sitting there, let's hear you out.
I'm here. I am here. Wow.
Go ahead.
Wow. If a Nigerian friend can give this advice, anybody that doesn't know that is danger, you're on your own.
I wonder.
Danger. And Brochus, please, is there, can media, our media team make an announcement, like give time and let our people know, media team come, and with these things, trust me, like me, I'm hearing this for the first time. There are a lot of people that are like me. All these things that you brought up, from Nnamdi to Simon Ekpa to Danjuma to this current DSS, is a way to educate ourselves. Defend yourself. Arm yourself in one way or the other. Look at what you say. You are, and even give examples. Like what I said previously. I use Ihuamofu to give an example. Is your land. You know the corners of your land. If you can climb a tree, hide, dress yourself to look like that tree, and fire them from their head.
Definitely.
Put yourself together. You want people stop crying. Let all your men and women that ran away come back to those empty lands that I saw that you people ran away from. Come together. Find a way. These are strangers in your land. Two strangers. Do you see how these people defeated these people? And let me tell you, these are cowards. That's why they move in big numbers. Because they are cowards. You hit them once, they will never show their face in that place again. You know, so our people need to learn how to deal with this human beings. We need to prepare wherever you are. Stay on Lagos, Hausa, community meeting. Chief na getting one of you go for Lagos.
Everywhere, how much are you going?
We are all look at corner. How are you equaling your thing? It's two people to come together. Any attack on one person is attack to all. Start. And then let's see what our government will do. These people don't try to for this. If they say they're attacking this person, because they're gonna come. They're gonna come. By the time you hit one or two persons, you see the rest, they will run. It's still this defend yourself. Our CEO, the DPM, has also come out say defend yourself, your life. If you lost your life, that means your life is not important to you. You cost it yourself. Because if you lost your life in your own land, where you know where you can hide and deal with this human being, please come together, our people. You have native in the villages. We have village meetings. Bring yourself together, gather yourself together, be an ally. Any brother, that's how we do it before. Akwa Gene, Akwa Ekwe. Defend yourself. Defend yourself. Defend yourself. Please, the media team, come together, bring out all this short video, play it. Let's hit it on the head. This is supposed to be like continuous. Continuous, so that people will keep refreshing. I'm just, this one that you play, I'm just hearing it for the first time. You see? So please, like the DPM used to, they make the announcement that she's coming, make an announcement that media team are coming. Put all these things together, especially our people to know how to defend themselves with all these examples. Because this man gave us a very good example. Very good one.
Yes.
Thank you, my brother. Oh my God.
Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you so much for that submission that you just made. It is very important, you know. Sometimes people don't know when the government of Biafra issued their statement put that to law before this man made this video. The government, it was the government that first of all passed that self-defense to law. And this man made this video. The DSS chief, present DSS chief made this video to encourage his own people on self-defense. You know, but when Dr. NgoziOrabueze was saying it, you see some people working against it, even fellow Biafrans, they were saying, why would she say so? Why would she say so? But look at it. All those grammar that man was speaking there, he was very plain. Defend yourself. That the government will not be there. Everybody must rise up, and the time is now. Bro, Greg, give us your closing remark as we round up.
Yeah, my brother, just you know, after watching this man, my problem is always the same. The Nigerians know how to say what the public want to hear, but they will not put it in practice. This man is from DSS, right?
DSS chief. He's talking to
DSS chief.
Us. They borrowed from us.
Do you remember about 2 months ago, one of our guy in another state or where, when they went to midnight to arrest the guy, and the guy picked up his gun because they went to his house for arrest or what, for search illegally.
Exactly.
So the guy pulled up his gun and reacted. So is what this man telling you today not contrary to what he said? So Nigerians are the
we don't care how they feel. We are taking the advantage of the ones that favor us. That is what the real law on self-defense. So,
yes. So the issue there is in the whole world there is self-defense. It's only Nigeria will just tell you something and do another thing. That's what I'm trying to. The area I'm trying to go. In every part of the world, automatically every life has self-defense. Every life have self-defense. Every life. So if somebody wants to attack you, you must react. So when you react to defend yourself, it's automatic thing. It might react, and it happened to that person might be hurt more than you on the process of trying to defend yourself. So nobody will tell you you cannot defend. You have a right to defend yourself. So self-defense is God's given right. Just like common sense, Trump said that human right is not given by government. Human freedom is given by God. So every human being have right. So to exercise that his right as a human being. So, but the point there is, when you have that right, it's not that doesn't mean that you abuse it. You know. So some people, they abuse the right in the wrong way. But the point in our place is they never give us the opportunity to defend ourselves. Talk less of when we abuse that right. You see? So it's the government who tell you that you have right to defend yourself. It's the same government that is abusing it. Like as we is abusing River State. That is the River State not have self-defense? No. If the police come against you, you don't have self-defense. If the army come against you, you don't have self-defense because they can never come to you legally. Because if police will be coming to you legally, they will write to you that you have questions to answer and invite you to the police station or police whatever. Then you go there and meet them. So, but when they come to you, look at the man that was writing a report in the hotel. That is, he doesn't have power to defend himself because his power has been crippled. He cannot defend himself legally. He cannot defend himself physically. So that is more the reason we continue fighting anyhow to quit from Nigeria. So that our self-defense in the Biafra land, we continue and we stand by our self-defense. The only thing is the government to know how to reach the locals and to know if there is any help they can give to them for them to protect themselves. I was speaking with one of my Asian friends yesterday. So when I was asking him about the Urobi case, so he said that they are trying to hold meeting, but they tell them that DSS is stopping every of their meeting. And I tell him, okay, if DSS is stopping your meeting, so don't you know you are living in Europe, and someone is telling you that the DSS is stopping your meeting. So that is why you see. That is why If not Biafra, by now you people must have been finished. It was the say, what do I mean? I say yes. The Fulanis are doing this thing, giving you this harassment so that you will not gather yourself to defend your land. And you say you people are not going to hold the meeting because DSS is going to tap your. Let them tap wire. Whatever they want to tap. The most important thing, you people have to organize yourself. Otherwise, the European people will finish. And that is the fact. Because now they will come to retire. You must know Fulani. If you like, go to Sokoto, go to Guambe, or whatever you call them. After all the talks, the Fulanis must retaliate. That is 100%. And if they put you in fear, not to organize yourself, by now I think they must have warned their governor who went to Sokoto or who went to the Kanu to apologize or to ask for anything, that he went there on his own. That you people have right to defend your people. What about your people that have been killing of all this all along? So the one they want to achieve is to make sure that they paralyze you, that you cannot defend yourself. And then they will come one by one in the European, those to your Asian side, and capture you, every person by one by one. So if you keep quiet, if people keep quiet and they say the ES is tapping your numbers, then you are gone and you are gone forever. So let them tap your phone or tap whatever. The most important, let the youth know how to defend themselves. And the same message we are sending to our people, let our people in our homeland know how to defend themselves. That is the message. And we cannot stop defending ourselves until Biafra is restored. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that amazing submission. Let's hear from Coach Hooks. Give us your closing remark. Coach Hooks, are you there? Coach Hooks, are you there? We can't hear you.
Good afternoon once again.
You're welcome.
Wow. The DSS man, I mean, the man that just finished talk now, he have finished everything. Likewise, our leader, Mazin Nambikano, he have finished everything. Likewise, our government of the United States of Biafra. Because when Mazin Nambikano was telling us, they are coming. The indigenous people of Biafra, they should not be thinking they are not those Fulanis. They are right now in our villages. They are right now in our bushes, starting from the coastal region to the eastern region, presently now. And the only way that we can defeat all these people is when we come together. Because they say united we stand, divided we fall. If all these are our brothers from the coastal region, this is the right time they're supposed to know, yes, we are one. And at the same time, if they still have the mind that we Igbos, we are their problem, this is the right time they're supposed to know that it's the Fulanis that Nigeria people are using. That is their greatest enemy so far. Because what they are trying to do now, what the Fulanis is trying to do now, the way that they can use that, the tactics that they used before, which is fear, and at the same time, divide and rule, that is what they are still planning to do now. And at the same time, the people that is still thinking that they are not going to defend themselves, they should not wait until our government of United States of Biafra tell them the right word or tell them how to defend themselves. They should not wait that. Anybody that comes outside to tell you self-defense, you should defend yourself. You should know the right thing that you have to use to defend yourself. Don't wait that anybody will come out to tell you. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu has been saying that since. Nobody hear it. Likewise, Mazin Simon Ekpa said the same thing. We should defend ourselves. T.Y. Danjuma said the same thing. Even the president, which is the man that just finished talking now, says the same thing. All of these things, they are just repeating what our leader said before. Because self-defense is the only thing that we can use to conquer these Fulanis that is in our bushes presently now. And after that self-defense, the same thing that's going to follow it is unity. Because when our people know all of us we are one, and that United States of Biafra, then should know the meaning of that United States of Biafra, that USB, because united we stand and divided we fall. I hit my mark for now. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. My brother Max, give us your closing remark.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mazi. I thank God that I did not miss you today. I almost missed you.
You almost missed it, and it is because of you I stayed this long. I wanted to leave when you came in.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So sorry. Pardon me. Yes, sir. The only thing I will tell our people now is this: the drum of war has been sounded. The threats has been issued because of what happened in Oron. And who are the people that are on the target list now are the Biafran people. I ask each and every one of you, those just like Nemoche said, but I can understand, Massachusetts, if you have never engaged bullet before, you will know how hard and how difficult it is to engage a man with automatic assault rifle. I'm telling you the truth. Even the trained professionals, rattled. Trained professional rattle when that piece of bullet comes close to you. I use this opportunity to tell our people, you are very, very conversant with your ground. I don't think if there is anybody anywhere that will tell you how to defend your ancestral land, because that is your land. You know all the corners of that land. Any stranger that comes in there must be adequately taken care of, especially those that are coming with arms with the purpose of inflicting injury or death on our people. Take charge of your land. For those that live outside, remember, the base of your living is your own ancestral land, because if your ancestral land is taken, you have no place to go. You will be an immigrant for the rest of your life. If your ancestral land is to be allowed to be taken away from you, God forbid, you will be a hanging man or woman. Your children will not know. They will only say, oh, we are from so place, because other people has taken over your ancestral land. That will not be allowed to happen in Biafra land. That is the reason why we must be out. The Biafran Defense Forces will never be at all times, all the time, at all places, all the time. And remember that they are not spirits. You, the responsibility to give out information to our officers and men lies in your hands, because they will always work on what the information that is available on their hand from you, the indigenous, the people. Guide yourselves. This threat is not to be taken slightly. It's not to be taken lightly. Guide yourselves. Those away Biafra land, within the geographical expression, as I will call it, prepare yourself. Sabongeri, guide yourself. Agwanrimi in Kaduna, guide yourselves. Protect yourselves. And always be your brothers or your sisters' keeper, because you are in a very volatile area. That is the only thing I would tell you. May God bless you. Biafrans, you have my love. The love for my family, I give on to you. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to bless each and every one of you. I hear you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Maxwell. I appreciate you for your constant support on this channel. I appreciate you. My fellow Biafrans, we have come to the end of the program. I thank you all who has participated today in one way or the other. Please continue to support the United States of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and of the Supreme Commander of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the leadership of our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze. Continue to support Biafran government in any way you can. Most importantly, financially. Join our fundraising. Join everything that is being done. Any way you can be able to promote and win recognition for Biafra, do not hesitate. In defense of our Biafra land, it lies in our hands. The Liberation Army of Biafra, that are today decentralized. Every state in the 40 states have their commands. We appreciate every one of them. It is our duty to provide for them and give them what they need to protect us. Please continue to support the United States of Biafra, and I bet you at the end of the day, you'll be glad you did. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every one of us that have been on this platform today, every Biafran, wherever you are. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect you. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again tomorrow. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Thank you and stay blessed. See you.
Natulaje bano mobilization melem. Otibe kuna tulane bovo. Timalugo no nugodo kokodo nyano be hule. Dani mona tunilu. Naya kalakala kwa lerinu mwangulu. Ngula matali waso jere futa mbaka njuba diali. Mama abulezi okwenu. Na baka la kelu egonezi enwe. N'ụbọchị akala kelu ego n'odezi. Maka na ababa n'ụwa aralu n'unuteyi. Ụmụ Biafra kụnye enwe. Ụmụ Biafra kụnye enwe. Ụnanụkwara ịgbọdọ n'ụlọ mọnọ n'ezi bịa kere enwe. Ono nenu lira tono na ndagulugu seji tono nugu banata ye. Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo. Makana njuko no 1 million we bofu wa mabulezi okwe. Naka ni kwata milia kekwa kwacha sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule bewelo tamano. Umo Biafra kuyenwe. Kanyi welo fobi wena tabanu banye. Makano fobi abakama. Nala nugo noe. Biafra na mekele umunina. Nkabo nkanyi. Adati na ijele wanyi biakene mi. Okwage bulu kwekene na fando to Biafra is our hope. And the Biafra is our religion. Nkodi na wata chieza muno bibu onye iwere ya. Wesi akana rugio Aduba chukwo Ikemba one of Biafra land mongwem Adawunelia kala ya diko Sibianulu numwe Anu ekene unu Jisinu ikene Na chukuna ndana ya agba unu ube Baka no ya sulobi ya toka imaluge nuwe Jisinu ike Akane lo mondi Biafra Liberation Army umu chukwu The angels of Biafra land The great oracles of Biafra na no Biafra chukwu nyere ndị Biafra na no No na bekenege Asimono ya dele Biafra niile na mma Asino ya dele unu niile na mma Mandanye na akpọrọ nwe no wutela anyị welie nne Mandanye na akpọ na ndudonu n'onwe Maka na mgbe na-abọ ka ekwe na-agbọ dike Ọgbọ ya na ndụ ọgbọ ya n'ọnwụ N'obi ivo ya edobeli na-edere n'ụwa ma abụla ive emeleme A good legacy will last forever ma abụla ive emeleme And the remembrance of my bless you.